Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in week 8. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. There's Nick Scorton there on the play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Looking in the air here. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Air it out on 3rd. Finds the in route complete. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Now he's past the 25. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 6-0 lead right away. Brees Hall with the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Moore with a return. He loses it on the hit. And he dodged a turnover there on the return. How about this? I think that's going to be a safety. Talk about a couple of wild twists over the course of just one play.
Well, Kate, I got to tell you, if that's not the perfect example that an NFL game can change in an instant.
Yeah, and there were a couple of instants on that play, partner.
We go from a possible touchdown to a turnover to one of the most unlikely safeties our eyes have ever seen. And it all happens in a mere couple seconds. Welcome to the NFL.
Hall's in this punt at the 8. Shoots away from one. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Setting up to throw. That's complete. David Njoku. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Quick pass right side, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 5 on the play, and that's good for a Jets 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the gun, it's Hall. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has the downfield working left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
To throw here on 1st down. They set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing now on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. Throws caught. And he has the New York touchdown. The Jets swell their 1st quarter by 6. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. He goes out of bounds on the return. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First and 10. It's McCarthy. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Not looking good. It is 23-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back for their first points of this game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about distraction and calm. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On first down, here comes Hall. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. Galloping inside the 40. And he has this down to the 34. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down. They give up the gut to Bigsby. He cuts to the right. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Going after it, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Jets stretch the lead to 23. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted! And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
They'll start this one out with Hall. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. We'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Setting up the screen. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They'll throw for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. He's going to push one deep down there. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down to about that 27-yard line. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. All set now. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jets make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build the momentum and build on this lead.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Now throw to start the drive. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Connects on the crosser. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Finds him on the crossing route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Running right side by McMillan. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian is in with the INT. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They gained 15 there, and that's good for a Jets first down. They're going play action. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air here. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Prescott, both feet are down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. He's going to throw it again. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. Escapes the defender. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Completes. It's Trevor Etienne. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, McCarthy to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back to the air, McCarthy. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers still trail by a lot. It's a 26-point differential. They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Pass play now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double cover.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Panthers pick this one up, and they stop him before he gets much on the return.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield and the big play follows.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. We've set it downs from 37. Throwing again now. McCarthy. He's got Smith again. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. Nice tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. McCarthy looking to throw. And they pick him up again. And the Jets take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. They'll set up a screen here for Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Jets 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Third and long. They're going to throw. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. He's got a 4th down decision to make. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. He was good on his 1st kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. No, you're not seeing things incorrectly, folks. You do not need glasses. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on 1st down. Starts the return at the 34. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love. Aggressiveness from this defense. First down now, ball at the 33. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down. We're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the fourth quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Third and long for him here. That one's complete, right side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he missed it. It's no good. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
And this was certainly a miss hit, low and pretty short. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it's good for a New York first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. They're going to try to throw for it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He's got this at the 27. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. First and 10 from the 32. They'll work against the blitz. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Throwing from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Lathan Ransom has it. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick is good, so no time left. They at least put another 3 on the board, but things still ending in a tough loss. So it's a road win for the Jets. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Charlotte.